Hi, everyone. Today, I'm going to answer some questions from the internet. Let's get right to it. What are we waiting for? First question is from @Scuddy_Bugatti. And it says, who are you? That's a bit of a loaded question, don't you think? All jokes apart, though, my name is Ola Ogungbemile. I am the founder of Oremi. I am a first-generation immigrant from Nigeria. I now call Canada home. If you're saying my name in a Nigerian accent, you might say Ola Ogungbemile. Most of my friends here just call me Ola. All right, let's keep it going. Next one here is from @Laypole. What does Oremi mean? Oremi means my friend in Yoruba. So Yoruba is one of the three main tribes in Nigeria. And in that language, also called Yoruba, Oremi means my friend. And Ore means friend. You learn something new every day. Keep that one in your back pocket. Next question here is from @Despi92. Question is, what does Oremi mean to you? Oremi to me is my way of reconciling all the worlds that have shaped me. As someone who has had the chance to travel the world, someone who was a first-generation immigrant in Canada, there have been a lot of different environments that have shaped who I am as a person. And Oremi is really my way to reconcile those worlds. And although Oremi is very personal to me, being born in Lagos, Nigeria, growing up there till I was 13, and then moving to Canada, a new world, and trying to meld those two worlds and meld my identities together. Oremi is also the story of anyone that has moved to a new world, trying to balance and connect those worlds together, the old and the new world that you're in. Oremi is a symbol of an innate power that we all possess, our ability to choose the stories that connect and unite us while consciously sidestepping those stories that aim to divide us. In any moment, at any time, life will throw us challenges. One of the greatest abilities we have is our ability to stop and take a step back and choose how we approach that situation, how we approach that moment. That is truly a superpower, because if we take that step back and we make a conscious decision, we get to choose whether we feed into love or feed into hate. We get to choose whether we feed into curiosity or feed into judgment. Oftentimes in life, though, that is a split-second decision. When we choose to look at people through the lens of Oremi, we don't judge, we ask questions. When we choose to look at people as friends, we feed into love, not hate. As someone who moved from Lagos to Ottawa, it was that lens of Oremi that allowed me to build a sense of belonging and connection to my new world. I remember the first time my good friend Eugene Ha invited me to his home with his parents, and as I was able to have a meal there and they treated me just like one of theirs. That moment, that time made me feel connected, made me feel part of this new community, part of this new world I just come to. And those moments that allow you to feel that sense of belonging. Let's jump into the next question here from Sunny Ruprai _. And it's, why now? Actually, it's been a long time coming. I'll give you a story. After graduating university with some of my good friends, we decided to go to Europe for the summer. And it was a lot of fun. It was my first time traveling without my parents, traveling with friends, and I had some of the best times of my life. First time experiences of seeing the ancient ruins in Greece and going to Rome, having some of the best pizza and pasta of my life, and a whole lot more experiences that I might not be able to share here. There was a moment on that trip where I actually got a nickname, and that nickname was Mafia Boy. Whatever you want, Jane. What does that have to do with anything? But I'll get to it. That happened when we were in Greece. Whenever you're a tourist in touristy areas, there are always people trying to sell. And in this moment, there was someone who looked very similar to me, the same skin color. I don't necessarily know where they were from or their story. And they were trying to sell me this wristband, doing their best. Ultimately, I just said, hey, no, I'm good. I don't need this. And in frustration, they lashed at me and said, mafia boy. And they walked away. And all my friends just burst out laughing, trying to call me mafia boy all through that trip. And as funny as that moment was, it actually allowed me to reflect a little. And where that reflection took me was that I thought about it and I thought that person who was trying to sell wristbands to a tourist, what if that was me? That could have been me. Somehow, my life path, my life story, my life journey put me in a place where I was the one who the wristband were being sold to versus the one who was selling the wristband. That was a very humbling moment to me because it made me realize that I was dealt a certain deck of cards in this life. And as much as I might complain about stuff and things can always get better, my baseline of where I'm starting from is actually pretty freaking great. And in that moment in time, I realized that as much as I love to travel the world, see the world, have great experiences with my friends and loved ones, I also have a sense of responsibility to help and uplift others with me because I was dealt a pretty great hand. And in another life, maybe I'm the one that is selling wristbands in that moment in time. But with that knowledge, I've been determined to make meaningful impact by lifting others up. And that is why impact is embedded into everything we do at Oremi, from our supply chain to our business model to the community impact. Oremi is embedded in impact because I genuinely and truly believe that I do, and we all have a sense of responsibility, those who have been handed a pretty good deck of cards in life, to lift people up and bring them up along with us, because the ride is always a lot more fun when you have people with you. Why now is also because recently there's been a lot of loss, and it's in my family with loved ones and relatives, as well as close friends who I've seen experience loss in their family as well. And in addition to that, there's also been folks that have been battling against serious illnesses and diseases. Shout out to Les, by the way. She's a real fighter and really I'm proud of you, Les, and grateful that we have you around and we get to make more memories with you. All of that has made me realize that me thinking, oh, you know what, I'll do it when I feel ready. I'll do it when there's a better time to do it. There's no such thing as that. Turns out there's no time like the present. Because of that, I've been given a little bit of a kick in the ass to go ahead and do something. And that's part of the reason why Oremi exists today and Oremi exists now, is because this is really all we have. As cliche as that sounds, don't know what tomorrow holds. If you truly believe in your heart that there's something that you want to do or say or be a part of, do it now, because you just never know. All right, let's keep it moving here. Next question is from @Adamola Jola, or if you were to say that in a Nigerian accent, you'll say Ademola Jola. That is a Nigerian name, and I know it. The question is, what's your vision for Oremi? My ultimate vision for Oremi goes back to Oremi being that reminder that we have an innate power, we have a superpower to choose the stories and the narratives we feed into. When you're able to bring that choice and bring that power to yourself, then you get to choose what path you take. You get to choose if you feed into curiosity in different moments or you feed into judgment. Do you feed into love or do you feed into hate? Do you feed into unity or do you feed into division? Those are all split-second moments in life at times. And that's why Oremi exists, to be a reminder that you hold the power, you hold the choice and decision to choose what energy you feed into in that moment in time. I'd imagine seeing someone wearing a t-shirt, a hat, or whatever you might have it out in the wild. It fosters greater connection between the people in that environment because they start to see each other through the lens of Oremi and choose to look at each other as friends, and they choose to feed into unity. The last question here is from at Steph Hay. How can people get involved? Great question. People can get involved by following us on social media. We are on TikTok and Instagram right now under the handle at You Are Oremi. Those are full words. You are Oremi. You can also go to our website, youareoremi.com, and support any of the impact organizations that we are partnered with. In addition to that, you can also buy our merchandise to show the world that you choose to lean into curiosity instead of judgment, to show the world that you choose to lean into love instead of hate, to show the world that you want to feed into the stories that unite and connect us instead of those that aim to sow division. Something really cool about what we do here at Oremi is that a third of our profits goes to initiatives that lift refugees and newcomers into economic independence. And that's something that we are really proud of. So those are all the questions I have for today. Thanks for the questions to all of those that asked. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask them on our social. Jump onto our website and interact with us there. It's a lot of awesome, exciting stuff we have coming. Really excited to go on this journey with you because when we choose to look at our world through the lens of Oremi, I just believe the ride is going to be a lot more fun. And remember, you are Oremi. Thank you.